Hey, I'm Nick Williams. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to handle objections, any objection, and how to easily handle any objection. As a matter of fact, I wish I was live and I could have you throw random objections at me because I could show you how to handle them randomly just to show you how effective this technique is. So I'm going to start with a typical objection. Let's say you're working on the phone and the individual, the prospect that you're talking to says, I didn't want anybody to call me. You simply say, I understand you didn't want anybody to call you. Nobody wants to receive these random phone calls. However, they found after speaking to me that they are going to get the best benefits and perhaps even save money at the same time. Having said that, you do have Medicare Parts A and B, correct? So I've handled the objection and now I'm moving on. And that's an important point, that we move on, that we advance the conversation. Let's say the person says, I'm busy. Oh, I can understand you're busy. Everybody's busy. However, it is important that you cover your benefits and make sure that you're getting everything that you're entitled to. You do have Medicare Parts A and B, correct? Let's say that you go to a door and the person, so that was the phone, this is face-to-face, and the person says, I don't feel like talking to anybody now. And you simply say, I can understand you don't feel like talking to anybody. Nobody wants to talk to a salesman. However, I'm here to help you. Make sure that your benefits are covered, and we're just going to take a few minutes. How you doing today? And then I just have that forward body motion. So I basically am ignoring the objection, and then I'm advancing the conversation. That's very important. You don't want to just handle the objection. So if somebody says, I think this is a scam, I can understand you think it's a scam. There's a lot of that type of stuff going on. However, I'm a professional and you're going to find out that I'm going to help you save money and improve your benefits. If I stop there, they could go, no, thank you. But when you said, I'm going to help you improve your benefits, you say, now you do have your Medicare in place, your Parts A and B, correct? Now you're no longer talking about the objection. Now you're talking about whether or not they have Medicare Parts A and B. So, okay, so there's a couple of concepts at play here. Number one is that you have a formula to handle the objection. And the formula I'm using is what we call feel, felt, found. Each one of those is some that I just did is a variation of feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. That's how most people have felt. However, they found. So you can apply that to everything. Anything and everything almost. The second point that we need to make here, so the second key component to this is that you move the conversation forward so that we're no longer talking about the objection. Now we're talking about whether or not they have Medicare Parts A and B. Now we're no longer talking about the objection if the person says I'm busy now, or the person says I didn't want anybody to come to my home. I can understand you didn't want anybody to come to your home. Nobody wants to have salesmen calling them. However, it's important that you have your benefits covered. I'm just going to take a couple minutes of your time. How's it going today? So we're not talking about that they didn't want anybody to come to their home. We're talking about how are you doing today? So I've ignored the objection. But first, let me focus on that we're advancing the conversation. We don't want to stop. As I said before, we don't want to stop because then that gives them a chance to dig in. So if I were to say, nobody wants a salesman to call on them, do they? They would say, well, I'm not interested. Go away. But if instead, nobody wants a salesman at their door, hey, but I'm going to help you out, make sure everything's okay. How you doing today? Now we're not talking about the salesman coming to the door. We're talking about how you're doing today. Now there's a lot of other things at play here, that you have a smile on your face, that you have good energy and all that stuff. But just as a formula to overcome objections, feel, felt, found, okay? That's that is the formula for handling the objection. Then you want to advance the conversation to the next point. Now, the other thing at play here is that you're ignoring the objection, politely ignoring the objection. Understand that people in general have a knee-jerk reaction to salespeople. Okay, so they're going to try to dismiss you. That's simply the way it works. They're going to try to dismiss you. If you allow yourself to be dismissed, you will be. So you ignore the objection and give them an opportunity to be helped. Give them an opportunity to have a conversation with you, the Medicare expert, right? And help them. Give them that opportunity by not being weak, by not being dismissed, by not getting flustered when they say, I don't want anybody calling me. I can understand you don't want anybody calling you. Nobody wants a salesman calling them. However, it's important that your benefits are covered. So my job is to make sure that you're getting all the benefits you're entitled to. You do have Medicare Parts A and B, correct? You're moving the conversation on. Here's that one last component to this. If the objection is real, it's going to come back. If they really didn't want to talk to you, they're going to say, as you move forward, they're going to say, no, I did not want to talk to anybody. And then you're going to go, okay, I get it. Now, you may want to further fight that objection, more rebuttals, but most of them are going to be knee-jerk reactions to a salesperson, and you can just ignore that, politely advance the conversation and help them. And that's it. That's how you handle objections. It's easy. See you later. Hey, by the way, like and subscribe, and ring that bell so that you get notified of future videos with Medicare Millionaire, and we'll talk to you soon.